heard me talk about how I start my day every day with a load of vegetables, and this is how I have them: roasted with Italian herb. So I've got courgettes, pepper, onion. These are all really cheap from Lidl, really tasty with a bit of salt and just roasted for like 20 minutes. In addition to the fact, vegetables are just good for you for the micronutrition. The fact is they're low in calories, so they're going to keep you nice and full, and they have a decent amount of fibre as well. It's going to help you poop. Fucking believe this. The hell is this crap? 33 top fitness professionals to follow in 2016? Who are these jerks? Oh. Okay, so just a doctor, just a bloody ripped guy, just Joy Victoria who's fucking hot, just the guy that invented or studied greatly blood flow restriction training, and then what the hell is this dude doing there? So we've got me, and then we've got Lane fucking Norton. Lane fucking Norton. Me, Lane. You guys reckon I deserve to be there? Give me an up if you think I do. Give me a down if you don't think I do. In either case, I'm not going to be offended because I'm going to work my ass off to be one of those that you do want to be following. I think Mike covers it really well here, saying some of the folk aren't people that need to be looked out for because you already know about them. If you're thinking some people how when you start, if it fits your macros or flexible dieting, everyone thinks it's Pop-Tarts, but in reality you hardly ever eat them. This is the first one I've had in absolutely ages. The honest truth is, everyone wants to eat 2 at a time, but 400 calories on Pop-Tart macros is just poor spending of your budget. If you didn't know, I've got a YouTube channel with a fair number of subscribers and a number of videos, and I just uploaded a new one. Set up your training. Supplement we're probably all lacking this time of year is vitamin D3, at least if you're from the UK and not kind of Australia, you buggers. Fried eggs can actually be fine, it's just about using not tons of oil. 1 gram of coconut oil is all I needed. Days are getting into and wanting an online coach, but there are some people that should not have an online coach. If you're new to training, you haven't been lifting for like 6 months, you haven't got good form on your lifts, you should not have an online coach. You need an in-person coach. You need someone there. A person that wouldn't benefit is someone who's not driven, not motivated, and isn't willing to put in hard work, because a coach who's online can't motivate you. The last person that wouldn't benefit is if you haven't read up on that coach's ideologies and how they practice things. You have nothing to say about what they do. You need to align with their principles. Welcome to my gym. one of my favourite machines ever. This bad boy, delts machine. Keeping constant tension on the delts. Oh, so with my gym. This is Soho Gym, Clapham North. So I'm upstairs with all the cardio. The mini cut movement group is now live and kicking. Boom. You can still sign up if you want to get involved. My go-to to cap my macros has been this delight here. Just basically pro oats done in the refrigerator. So like someone to do 6 training a week. Who the hell wants to do 6 sessions a week? Look how many sessions that is. It's crazy. Started out, you can definitely see there's some major improvements in 6 weeks. Major improvements. I'm now sitting just over. Some people might be thinking, okay, he's doing this 6 weeks mini cut movement, but isn't that just another fad where you're just going to regain that weight and just put it all back on? 2 months on, and I've come to 90% of my maintenance calories beforehand, and this is what I'm looking like. 6 weeks of the mini cut, my average calories are around 2,200 for that whole time. I'm now eating 2,900 calories and maintaining weight. So you're getting a progressive training plan for 6 weeks, all your macronutrients done for the 6 weeks, and joining a group of others, then get in touch, get involved. It's a really clear example why being anal with your macros is pointless. Do you think the manufacturer knows how many sesame seeds are on here? No! Love getting my learn on at breakfast. You guys, I just want to put this out there. If you want to ask me a question, anything, if you want to send me a snap, just swipe up, ask a question, I'll reply to every single one. I want to help you guys out. Can you focus on bodybuilding and powerlifting at the same time, or is it better focusing on one and then the other? And because as a bodybuilder and powerlifter myself, I go through this daily frustration. And actually, rather than try and tell you, I've written a really good article here. The bigger the base, the bigger the peak. Question number 2 has come in, and it's basically how do I adjust volume on a cut? It depends on the person. I generally like to auto-regulate it and kind of attack it just like you would a muscle hypertrophy phase. I also have an article on this, weight training gets shredded. That volume can drop on a cut and you can maintain muscle mass relatively fine, but you should never attack it like that. You should always attack to progress. That would be the best. Tonight is another mixed veg, chicken breast with muscle food, and then 2 olive ciabatta rolls from M&S. Nice and simple. Also, good question number 3 is how do you determine your maximal recoverable volume and how close should you be to it? First, let's define your maximal recoverable volume, which is basically the amount of volume you can take, reps times sets, and recover from for the next week. The real way to know is to track your fatigue. If you're finding you're so fatigued and you're not hitting numbers you should be hitting, then, for example, if you're using a weight that you know you normally get 6 to 8 reps on, and if every set you're getting kind of 6 reps and sometimes falling down to 5 and things like that, it shows that you're going up above and beyond your MRV and you're kind of overreaching, and you actually do want to do that now and then. I tend in a mesocycle to get people below their MRV for the majority of the time, coming close to it, peaking above it, then coming below, deloading to then go again. I'm just going to confuse the hell out of all of you now and say there's MRV for your total volume, but there's also MRVs for every single individual exercise. Deadlift MRV is going to be lower than your squat MRV. That's just a pure example. So there is an overall MRV and then individual ones. Bryce rightly pointed out that different things will eat into your MRV. So for example, if you sleep really poorly, your MRV will be less. You can elevate your MRV if you've got great nutrition, you're sleeping really well, you're correctly planning your microcycles so you've got recovery within those.